Hello, my name is Debbie Dunn. I'm talking to you from my garden here in Hackham West in Adelaide. This is Ghana country, and just to the south of us is Ngarrindjeri land. The reason that I'm mentioning this is because all research is based in a geographic and historical context. And as you'll see as I progress through my talk with you, context is very important in this current research that I'm undertaking. I'm the co-convener of a collective impact initiative called Together in the South, which basically aims to change the outcomes for children 0 to 8 in 8 of the most disadvantaged suburbs around this area. It was identified using the Australian early census data that children in this area are about twice as likely to have developmentally vulnerable problems when they arrive at preschool compared to the rest of Australia. This infographic demonstrates this difference. Of course, there are many ways that one can approach doing something about the situation. Many things have been tried. One of the things that the leadership team of Together in the South has identified as a possible approach is a peer mentoring parenting program, possibly to be called Wise Aunties. They've tasked me with doing scoping research using a co-design process with the community. The reason we even have the capacity to consider doing this research is because of the political context in which we find ourselves. Interest in early intervention and attention on early childhood has been growing in recent years, as it becomes apparent that spending money in this early stage will save a lot of costly intervention later on. So the academic research has been supporting this change in government policy as growing evidence accumulates regarding the vital need to reduce stress in early childhood. Childhood stress impacts on neural brain pathways that have lifetime implications. When looking at the situation, one can think about how one can support the child or support the parent in the environment. A recent report by Flinders University researchers called 5 by 5 focused on the importance of the attachment relationship between parent and child as the key element in supporting positive development for very young children. So this is the focus of my research, is looking at that relationship and how best to support parents to be the best parent that they can be and to overcome the barriers that they might encounter. Parents can be supported in a number of ways. It can be done in the home, at assisted playgroups, and by a variety of people, by their own support group, informally, through family and friends, by professionals, or by volunteers who are trained to help with parent mentoring, which is where the Wise Aunty program sits. The context for my research is within a collective impact initiative. So it's very important that we include the community. And the Wise Aunty program, both the research part of it, as well as the actual program itself, once it becomes available, aims to incorporate and draw on community interest and engagement in the well-being of the children 0 to 8 who we're hoping to make a difference for. So that's a very important aspect of why this particular angle of research has been undertaken, as well as the fact that it's a co-design process. So the research methodology will need to include incorporating the viewpoints of local people. The most research is evaluatory regarding peer mentoring programs using random trials where one group receives the intervention and another group doesn't, or an evaluation through in-depth interviews of programs that have been running for a while. The one in particular that I found is an evaluation of the Family by Family program, which luckily is happening right here in Adelaide, so it has some contextual relevance, but not actually in our Onkaparinga area, unfortunately. But in this program, they have used what they call a realist evaluation. So the aim of this is not to see whether it's worked or not, but more to see what's worked for who. So breaking it down to discover what they call the resource and reasoning, and the way that individual participants have reacted or responded to the resources with their particular reasoning. So this really lends itself to a co-design process, which is something that I'll be following up in my methodology design. So I think that's about all I have. Thank you for listening, and I actually really hope that I can get to do this research for real. Thank you. Bye.